Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 16 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to change the extrusion on this window right here. We just added more design. So right now we're gonna continue working on this. So I'm going to fix this part right here because I want to extend this landing right here to here. So I'm gonna create an extrusion so that we have an awning here. So now what I'm gonna do is, so because this is a model in place, it's easy for us to align it and we don't need to edit this one anymore. So as you can see, we're gonna leave this part right here. We could just give it some boost right here, and then I'm going to align it onto this wall. There we go. And then here, only up to this part right here. And then we could just create another extrusion. So we could edit this in place. We're going to add this part right here. And then go to our south elevation. And then here we need to change this to hidden, or we could put some color in it so that we could differentiate. And then create extrusion, pick a plane, this wall right here. And then here we just need to go from here. And then go to 3D. And as you can see, we could now align it to the back of this and then connect them. And as you can see, that looks good right there. We could put in gulam, but actually we could put in concrete because we're gonna make this one concrete, or just white. So either way, I'm just going to set this up so that we could have this one right there. And then we're going to I'll probably leave this one as wood, and then this one will be white as well so that it goes all the way right here. And then we're gonna add in some lights here, pot lights for the next video, pot lights as well right here. So now we're gonna do the same thing here. So I'm gonna align it at the top, and then here from the wall, and then here from the wall as well, and then here from the wall. And then we could just extend this one right here. And then yeah, let's leave this one a bit. Go to our second floor so that we could extend this part right here. So just move this one and then move it like that. And then here we could move this one as well, and then extend this part right here so that everything is connected properly, especially in the front because it will be seen. Here we could just pull it back nicely like that. And then we need to assess where we at here, and then we could just align this one to the same. So click your tab, and then here we could maximize that and then maximize the top here. and then we could just select this one right here. I don't like how small this one is, so I'm just going to delete this part right here, and then we could make this one or this side to be in the middle. Yeah, rather put this one 700, and then we could add in the mullion, and then remove this, and then select this one right here to the door. And you want to make sure select this door again, edit the type, and you want to make sure that you don't have the offset here, so 0, so everything is flush all together with the other panels and not over it. So you want to make sure like that, and then you go to level 2 to change the orientation. Okay, so we fixed that. We need to fix this one as well, as you can see. So I'm going to edit this boundary right here, and we just want it to align. Maybe it's going to align properly right there. I'm gonna edit it and then go to level 2. We could do is we could go over here and align them all together, and then click finish, and then see it how good and flat there is, aligned all together as well. We could add in pot lights here for this part right here, even though it's just for grass and those kind of purpose. We could edit this part and then put this one as grass. And then we could put 3D glass here once we're in Twinmotion. And then here I want to change the number here to 42. And then here I notice that we could edit this part right here. Actually, we just need to go to south elevation and then select this one, and then we could just pull this one down. Let's pull this one as well down. I think that's good enough. We don't need to worry about that too much. As you can see, that's looking good right there. And I just want to actually make this one simple enough. I know it's too much, but maybe later let me think about that. But for now, just leave it like that. And then here, let's add in a mullion as well. All grid, so all the way right there. Make this one all the way to ground so that there's no gap. And like that. So this one is fixed in terms of size, 2.5. And then we're good with this. We have the door here. And then I just want to double check, because we're still gonna make this one white, and then this part right here, I think I put in some brick. Might as well change it as well. so that once we change this part, I'm gonna paint it. So in place mask, you need to go to the edit part so that you can paint it. I'm just trying to choose something that we haven't choose yet. Maybe this one, so that it changes, and then click it done. I would like to make this one black, this part right here. I know it's not gonna be seen, especially once we have this look right here, but it's good to know that we this part is black, and it will trickle down here. So what we need to do is to split face this one. So I'm gonna split face, and then see here we have a line there, and then we could have this line right here as well. And then we're just going to trim and extend here, and then here we could just move this one to the edge, and then here we need to go all the way. This yellow line right here, you need to touch that, and then here at the bottom you need to touch that as well, so that you'll be able to assign a different finish here and a different finish here. So click finish. So now once we assign a black layer here, it's not gonna affect here. And then on this part we have this edge right here, and then we just have one straight line here as well. So we're going to split face that part, and then create this line right here. You need to touch the yellow line like that. So now if we paint, because this is just a wall, let's paint it metal furring, and then here, and as you can see, it's not showing the same finish here because of the split face. And then here, there, and then on this wall, I'm not sure if this one is connected, but there you go. So the edges are black, and then we're gonna put in some lights later on here to make it look nice. So next thing that I'm gonna do is to edit this one. So as you can see, it's just plain. I want it to look nicer, so I'm going to edit the boundary. Actually, not edit the boundary, but I want to make this one smaller, so at least 100. Okay, so now it's 100. And then what I'm gonna do is click model in place, and then generic model, and then I'm gonna choose to sweep, pick path, and then I'm going to pick all of this right here, and then click finish. And what you want to do is edit profile, and then here we're going to change this one to a concrete material that we haven't used. So So we're gonna use this one right here and look for this crosser, and here we're just going to add some details in this one right here. I'm gonna give you guys the dimensions once I figure this out, once I finish this. So now right here at the top it should be around 50, and then here make it 5. Here is the height of it, but 5 only for the thickness, and then here 5 thickness, and then this will be 50. And then TR, trim and extend, and then trim and extend, and then delete the small ones. So we have this part right here that we need to delete as well. And then after that, fillet arc here, and then we need to set this one at 4, and then here as well. Let's set this one at 4. And then after that, what we can do is copy this, finish. I'm going to edit again, edit profile, and then I'm going to copy this. Control C, and then click finish, and then finish again. So now we have this detail right here that is looking much better. We have that smoothen out. And then before we click finish again, we need to do it on this side. So we're going to click on sweep again, pick path, select this path right here, and click finish, edit profile, and look for the crosser, and then Control V, and then put it on this part right here. So it looks like we were able to just put it right there, and click finish, and then finish. Make sure material is the same, and then finish. So now we have that one right there. So the only thing that we need to do is on this side. So we're gonna do that as well. We're going to create, sweep again, pick path, select this one, click finish, edit profile, look for the crosser, and then Control V. And then here we just need to rotate this, or we need to mirror this. Once it mirror, we could delete this part right now, and then select everything and then move it, MV, move it to the corner right here, and then click finish, finish, and then finish. And there you go. It looks nice. I know it's very subtle, but if you can see it, it will give our model more detail, and it will look nice. Okay, so that's done right there. What we can do again is to click on manage, and then what we can do is go to ground, and I'm just preparing this for the next step. Here we can move this section where the stairs are, and then increase it. And you want to make sure that this part is increased as well, because that's where the view range is. We could put it somewhere right here like that. And then we need to add another one. This is for section purposes. So once we create our sheets, this one will be added as well. And then here, what we need to do is go to 3D, and then click on camera because we need to set our image. So at least we're set with the image. You can rotate the image by holding shift and then just moving it around. And then if you want, you will click into fine, and then you could put in consistent color or shaded and even realistic. So sometimes realistic looks nice here, so it looks good. And then at least this 3D view, this will be our starting view now. So if you go to manage and then click on starting view and choose this one, every time we open our model, that's the first thing that you're gonna see. So this will be the first thing that you're gonna see, and then that looks nice. At least you will know that, oh, this is the project that I was looking for. And then after that, let's go to 3D. I want to actually have, so this will be white and then probably white as well, but the bottom here would be the material that we use here. So Gulam 28C, okay? And then here, what I'm gonna set, Gulam 26C, I'm going to edit this part and then paint this one with the Gulam. For some reason it's not showing, so let me paint it. So here it's not showing, so I'm just gonna paint it steel polish first. Why? So that I could set it again later on. So steel polish and then steel polish there. And then here we have those ones right there, and then we could put this one as wood as well, but for now let's settle with steel polish, and then we're gonna work on that later on. So click finish and then finish, and then you can see everything is prepared for our next video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.